saying they're going to the baseball game probably.
I'm Marcy Crump, and I welcome Donna Hamilton, and let's see who we have here.
Yeah, let's just see, shall we? Hey, before Larter and I get started, I'm supposed to thank a few people. City of Baltimore, Maryland State Arts Council, the Corrigan Sports Enterprises, Baltimore Running Festival, Baltimore Ravens, and Visit Baltimore at WEAA 88.9 FM. They are our sponsors today. So I'm sure if you're sitting here, you know who this is. She's probably one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen. And the fact that I'm actually going to sit up here by her tonight, I think you have to admit, it takes a little bit of bravery on my part, okay? She's so beautiful, not only a talented actress, from Heroes, I loved the show, I was a big fan of the show, I wish she would come back, but things like that happen. Also in many movies. She's just a wonderful woman, so you would never know by looking at her that she also is a great cook, right?
I mean, just cooking for me is like a great passion of my life. I just want to say hi to everybody. I'm so excited to be here. It's kind of fun to be out on a Friday night having a little champagne and.
Speaking of that, champagne. We know there's a tray of it somewhere. We believe that Allie should at least have a glass of her own champagne.
Have a little champagne.
And it's really nice champagne, too, if you haven't noticed.
Yes,
it's your brand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, seriously, she wants one.
She really does, too.
Yeah, she really wants one. And I think she should have it. It's her darn champagne.
Thank you.
All right, if you have already a copy of her book, Kitchen Revelry,
and that's a soft back, like mine's a hardback cover. So.
Oh, okay.
What's in the stores? You have.
I have the advanced reading copy.
That's right.
Almost a book copy, but I don't think it's probably changed all that much. First of all, can we ask you just a couple of things about your career?
Yes.
You started acting when?
I really started acting when I was about 19 years old. I was supposed to go to NYU, and I deferred for a year. I was going to be a news broadcaster, and when I took that year off, I really was just exposed to this world of acting through a girl I know named Amy Smart. Amy Smart had been acting for years, and she kind of, showed me and introduced me to this acting coach, and that kind of started my true passion and love for it, which was, it was just finding a way to all the emotions, all the different things that you feel in life, and there was a place to put them. And I love the idea of going into people's minds and trying to figure out why you do the things they do. And that's what really kind of gave me the acting bug. And
right.
It's
now
very
you're
exciting.
From New Jersey.
I am.
What did your parents think about you deciding to become an actress, which can be
Dad?
a really difficult career?
What do you think?
I mean, what did you think about
60 pages long, and it started as more of a scrapbook. And as this book got really edited down into the way I laid it out, which I laid it out in a calendar year, so it's September, October, November, and then 2 menus a month. And so when I looked at that and I got really excited about what was the story that I wanted to tell and what do I love about cooking and entertaining. And for me, it's an attitude, it's a philosophy. So the philosophy for me of Kitchen Revelry is kind of right here. So what is a reveler? A reveler is someone who loves sharing their passion for good times. A reveler is resourceful, overcoming obstacles with some sweat and a splash of sass. A reveler knows when to sneak and splurge, when to find creative ways to make cheap look chic, and when it's worth it to spend the money. A reveler is all about fabulous fresh foods, an adventurous spirit, and effortless style. 1 part Zen Master, 1 part MacGyver, and 2 parts Rita Hayworth. I do the Girl Gone Bad cookie shakes. So you take Girl Scout cookies, you add a little rum, milk, serve those babies up. They're delicious.
Sounds devastating.
Yeah, so a Bloody Mary bar. So yeah, it's food that I love, and it's like you don't want things that have like 50 ingredients. It's like 5 or 6 ingredients, things that don't take that long to make, but are just really flavorful.
I read one time about and I couldn't even tell you who it was, honestly, but it was somebody who was fairly well known for entertaining. And she did something that she thought put her guests at ease, because also when you go to a dinner party,
right,
especially if you're the first person there, and somebody's got to be the first person
true.
there. I mean, somebody's got to walk through the door. She would always answer the door in her robe, as though she wasn't quite.
I love
ready.
that.
And then everybody would be like, "Oh, are we early?" No, you're fine. Come on down. I want you to do this and you do that. And
that's an amazing idea. I might take that tip,
wasn't
actually.
it? I mean,
yes.
I thought that's really great, because it immediately lowers the tension level. In the room.
I often, will, like, if I'm doing something, I'm putting on a dress, I'll show up barefoot just to try to kind of take the edge off, or something. I always like when I'm doing my charcuterie plate, my cheese plate, I don't ever have it perfect. I like things very, very messy so that people aren't nervous to eat it, that you're excited to get in there. And depending on the party, I love doling out tasks too. People love things to do. They love getting involved.
It makes them feel at ease.
Absolutely. Like even just like making a fresh whipped cream. It's like when you have someone kind of pass the bowl around. There are little things to do to get guys involved, and it's fun.
Now, how did you narrow down what recipes would be in here? Because I'm sure you cook a lot of things, and how do you decide? Okay, this is it.
When it started as a cookbook, it was a lot easier. When I put it into menus, I had to lose some and add some, because you wanted things to be balanced out. But there are some menus in here that are like my absolute favorite, like my Midsummer Night's Dream, which is just so delicious, because you're just using basic, beautiful heirloom tomatoes and burrata and little lamb chop lollipops that you pick up.
I love those.
And in the end, it was food that I craved again. So it's like, as I was going through and looking at it, it takes about 1.5 years to make a book. And if there was something that I wasn't like, I'm not excited to make this, that got edited out. But I found that things that I make over and over again, that's what really I kept in the book. Do it. And then usually when January hits, I'm like, okay, I'll try to just eat vegetables that month. So my January month, which is still delicious, it's like a Moroccan vegetarian tagine and vegan chocolate truffles, which are so delicious.
And some cookies were even in there for your
almond meal cookies. So I make my own almond milk, and then you can make the cookies from the leftover almond meal. And so it's a balance in the book of things, like, because I do eat really decadent, and then I'm like, okay, you need to, eat a little bit better, and I try to honor my body with what it craves.
But you've never been able to do like just a juice cleanse.
No. I try with good intentions and fall apart at like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's terrible. Now, do you really and truly make your own almond milk?
I do, not all the time. I mean, I definitely buy it a lot, but when I do, then I make the cookies. So it's kind of like a 2-in-1 for me. Because the cookies are made with coconut oil and banana and carob chips. So they're just like, they're so healthy for you.
I love almond milk, but I've never even considered the idea.
You got 2 things for this week at 3 things. It's so easy, because you just soak your almonds, put them in a blender with water, add some dates, some vanilla.
And then the milk just kind of comes out of it, and the rest
push it through a cheesecloth, and that's all your almond milk. I mean, it's so easy.
Does it really taste better than the store-bought?
It tastes decadent. No, it tastes like richer, and when you're adding fresh dates, like, it adds that little bit of texture to it too, and that sweetness. It's delicious.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah.
I love this book. Yes. Right over here.
I was just wondering if you could talk a little bit about the revelry aspect. So I know that when I'm hosting people, there's that you're cooking, and I know you said you involve a lot of people, but how do you also make sure that everyone's having a good time when you're hosting your dinner party?
I think it's enlisting a friend, whether it's a boyfriend or a friend or someone there that makes sure they can help you. And I also think a lot about when I'm throwing a dinner party, it's like knowing yourself. And if you're someone who gets really stressed out or overwhelmed, prepare the things the day before. Start like 3 or 4 days before. Do your shopping one day. Then make things that stay and actually get better over a couple days, so you don't put all that pressure on yourself in one day so that you can have fun. I've burnt things a lot and just ordered a pizza. And sometimes you just need to
worst things could happen.
And it's like burn, cry, reapply. Like, you burn something, you burn yourself, for me, cry it out and then get back out there with a smile and have fun, you know, because that's the biggest thing. It's like, it's your attitude, and if you're having a good time, they will have a good time.
That's really true.